Hi, Chuck Hawley with a 2-minute West Marine buyer's guide on fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are one of those highly effective items that's required by federal law to be on boats 16 to 65 feet. Let's look at some of the differences between fire extinguishers and find the one that's right for you. First, how many fire extinguishers do you need on your boat? The basic rule is boats 16 to 26 feet require 1, boats 26 feet to 40 feet require 2, and boats 40 feet to 65 feet require 3. Now there's some minor differences. For example, you can get sort of a double-size fire extinguisher which replaces 2 of the size like this. But for the most part, imagine that smaller boats are 1, medium-sized boats are 2, and larger boats are 3. Traditionally, there have been 3 types of fires that fire extinguishers have attempted to put out. Class A fires are those that leave an ash, things like wood and paper and canvas. Class B fires are things that burn and boil, liquid fires like gasoline, diesel, and kerosene. And Class C fires are electrical fires. We like to think of C as standing for charge. Well, the Coast Guard only requires that you have a fire extinguisher which is effective on a Class B fire, because they figure that the likely sources of a fire on a boat will be a liquid fuel, maybe an alcohol stove, diesel, gasoline, maybe even liquid propane. So you're required to have a Class B firefighting ability in your fire extinguisher. Here's another consideration. While this is a portable extinguisher, it's also possible to have permanently mounted extinguishers. Now these are generally located in your engine compartment, and they have a heat sensing element, so as the fire increases in size and the temperature in your engine compartment goes up, the fire extinguisher automatically goes on, much like a sprinkling system inside a commercial building. If you have a powerboat, especially one with a gas engine, you might consider getting an automatic fire extinguisher for your engine compartment. And if you do, it will replace the need for one of the portable extinguishers that you're required to carry. While the number of extinguishers is relatively small, required by federal law, we like to look at the number of staterooms that you have on your boat. So for example, if you have an aft cabin and a main saloon and a forepeak cabin, regardless of the length of your boat, we think you need a fire extinguisher for each cabin. It's not a bad idea to have one adjacent to the galley and a final one that's in the cockpit, so that if you have to fight a fire from the cockpit, you've got it where it's available. Finally, different fire extinguishers come with different fire extinguishing agents. The Class B fires are in one sense the most generic, because everything but water will put out a Class B fire. But most of the dry chemicals are effective on B and C class fires. That's where you might want to upgrade to what's called a tri-class dry chemical extinguisher. Tri-class will go after Type A or Class A, Class B, and Class C fires. So it's the universal extinguisher to be used on boats. So fire extinguishers are amazingly effective. They don't cost that much, and although they're required by law, you'd want to have them on board anyway. Fire extinguishers from Kidde and other fine manufacturers are available throughout the West Marine store chain and online at westmarine.com.